This presentation will show how to map parameters between DDM and our CAD system using the new CAD parameter mapping tool. This is an administrator tool and is used to set the mapping rules for all DDM users. Although we are using Pro Engineer for this demonstration, the DDM functionality shown is common across all supported CAD systems. In the latest release of DDM, version 2006.2, a configurable CAD parameter mapping tool has been included. This will allow you to map specified parameters from your CAD application to DDM, or from DDM to your CAD system. Let's take a look at the tool. This allows us to configure parameters for each CAD application individually. In this case, we're using Pro Engineer. Now we can see a list of the parameters that we can map. Notice also that we can specify how many change notes are passed between DDM and the CAD system. To see how this can help us, and without changing the default settings of the configuration tool, let's open a part in Pro Engineer that has not been saved to DDM. Now we've loaded our part, BU-2000, before we save it into DDM, let's check its CAD parameters. We can see now that the part has a parameter called description with a value of spacer. So now we'll save the part to DDM. So now it's clear that the description field in DDM has not been populated. Let's now go back to our mapping tool and make a modification so that we can bring in this Pro-E description parameter. So now we can map the Pro Engineer parameter description to the DDM parameter desc1 and keep DDM as the master, so that when we load models from DDM, the CAD parameter will always be updated with the DDM value. So now let's remove this part and open a part created earlier called BU-2005 that has not yet been stored into DDM. Now we've loaded the part, let's save it into the database. Now we can see that our DDM parameter description1 or desc1 has now been correctly populated with the description collar. Let's now remove the part from session in Pro Engineer and go back into DDM to modify the description of the part. Now we can go back in and check that the parameter has been updated correctly in Pro Engineer. We can see that the parameter has correctly taken the updated value. This mapping tool is important for legacy data, or where a drawing title block is not using DDM's standard parameter names. We can keep our title blocks the same and use this tool to map parameters from DDM into our existing title block.